right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash.
Double honors to apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. So, pretty much, you know, the main mind frame of all people is that the Lord loves all, according to these false philosophies that these churches be pushing. You know what I'm saying? But according to the scriptures, that's completely wrong. The Lord has a chosen and elect, even though he created all people. The thing is that he had chosen out of all those selections and the varieties, one people unto himself. You know what I'm saying? And this is Baruch chapter 4, verse 3. And it says in the Apocrypha, it says, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. And who's that strange nations? Just to name a few, the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabians. You know what I'm saying? The Ammonites, which are the Japanese. You know what I'm saying? The Moabites, which are the Chinese. You know what I'm saying? The Edomites, which are the Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? The East Indians, which are Elamites. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the heathens. Any nation outside the nation of Israel, you know, that's considered a strange nation. It says, verse 4, it says, O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High, Yahweh, are made known unto us. You know what I'm saying? And what's that? What's the pleasing thing that's made known unto us, man? This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. It says, now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go and possess the land which Yahweh power of your fathers giveth you. You know what I'm saying? So it says, now hearken, O Israel, means to hear, Shemai. You know, the word Shemai means to listen. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Shah, the Ma, and the I, Shemai. You know, when it comes down to Deuteronomy, it was Moses, man, King Mashah. You know what I'm saying? Which was from the tribe of Levi at the time. You know what I'm saying? He was teaching the nation of Israel the commandments, man. Because he was told the commandments to give unto the nation of Israel, you know. I'm going to skip to verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. You know what I'm saying? So that's a personal pronoun when it says your. You know what I'm saying? Not all, because if it meant all, you know what I'm saying, then he would have said it, you know, but he said your, you know. And who was he talking to? The nation of Israel. It was the nation of Israel that he brought out from Egypt, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the Egyptians that he was teaching. He was teaching the Israelites, man. You know, that's why when it came down to the Israelites, when they were still in Egypt, that all the plagues that came upon Egypt did not mess with the Israelites, and only messed with the Egyptians, man, because it's a separation between the two. You know what I'm saying? And it says, verse 6, it says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So that means that all the other nations outside the nation of Israel are going to recognize that they have something that they don't. You know what I'm saying? Something that was amazing, that would cause them to be in a state of awe. You know what I'm saying? You know, amazement, you know. Verse 7, it says, for what nation is there so great, who have the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? You know what I'm saying? So that shows that the only ones who can have that have the ability to inquire righteousness are Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the law was given on to them, you know. And
yeah, go ahead.
And when it comes down to the law being given on to them, that's the Lord's ways. This is Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. It says, and now, Israel, what doeth Yahweh thy power require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways. So here it is, the Lord gave the nation of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Puerto Ricans, and confusion of faces whose bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, the Lord had gave us the law, man. You know what I'm saying? His ways. This is his ways right here, the whole Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? it says, and to love him and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. And this is how you serve the Lord. But it's only for the Israelites to be able to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? They the only ones who have the ability, man. You know? And it says, verse 13, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. Not everybody's good. The Israelites good, man. Because once again, back in verse 12, it says, and now Israel. So it's being directed to Israel, not all people, man. You know? And it says, I'm skip to verse 15. It says, only the Lord had a delight in thy fathers, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it says to love them, and he chose their seed after them, you know, which are the Israelites, even you above all people, as it is this day. You know what I'm saying? So all the different variations that the Lord had created, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the different nations and the different people and the different nationalities, the Lord had chosen the nation of Israel, man. Mm-hmm. That's who he chose, man. You know? So that means it was a selection being made, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you do precepts? This is Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as far as his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? Because like the brother's bringing out, that Israel was chosen out of all the other families. You know, there's 18 families, and the Lord's portion is always going to be Israel. You know what I mean? Since the beginning. All right, this is let me see. 1 second. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 3, verse 36.
Wait, hold on.
You got something?
Yeah.
All right.
This is before you get that. This is Romans chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, "For I could wish." Now this is Apostle Paul. When you read Romans 11 and 1, it says that he was apostle to the Gentiles, which are Israelite foreigners who did not know who they were, didn't know that they was Jews or Israelites, but thought they was either Corinthians, Thessalonians, Galatians. You know what I'm saying?
And if I may say today, those same Israelites, right? Today they believe they're so-called Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, black or African American, Colombians, all right. But they're Hellenized, you know. Go ahead.
And the thing is that you know, like the brother said, they Hellenized and they really are Israelites. So back then, you know what I'm saying, he said that he was from the tribe of Benjamin, man. You know what I'm saying, which is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. So when he said that okay, I'm just reading. This is Romans 9 and 3. It says, "For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh." You know what I'm saying? And that word kinsman meaning from the bloodline, man. You know what I'm saying? It says who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. You know what I'm saying? So this is only for Israel, man. You know, anybody outside, you shit out of luck. You know, you can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem, take it up with the Lord, and you still gonna lose. You know.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 3, verse 36 now. "Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen," man. All right? Because you know, we're born with faith in the womb. You know what I'm saying? We have this this natural draw to the Most High. That's why, you know, my people have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
You said who?
My people.
Okay.
The Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. These so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. You know, a lot of you are joined onto idols, are joined onto the heathens' ways and customs and their pagan doctrine. All right, but you know, you guys try to follow the Most High, but you guys are not doing it correctly. You guys, you know, don't know any better. All right, this word was only given to us. All right, and we know through the scriptures and through faith and through the Spirit that only the elect and the 1/3 are going to come out of this madness. All right. You got another precept? I got a couple.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. "Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, All right. So imagine like a painter's bucket, 5 gallon, filled to the top with water, and one little drop falls off. That little drop signifies the other 17 families, because there's only 18 families on Earth. All right. So they're really little to nothing, literally nothing. Back in Isaiah 40 and 15, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Right? You just wipe that. You just wipe it off like it's nothing. That's what they are. He's giving you a description on how he feels about these other nations. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing. It ain't a thing for real. I'm going to jump down to 17. This is Isaiah 40, verse 17 now. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity, man. Alright? Because this is all about Israel, you know what I'm saying? This whole earth, this whole world, what you know it as, it's all for Israel, man. Alright? Everything that you see here was made for us, man. Specifically the elect, the first fruits. Mm-hmm. Alright? But at the end, it's all about Israel, man. This is the world of Israel. This whole Bible is about Israel. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody else. Alright? The promises, the covenant, right? The law that was given to Israel, the Lord's chosen. Alright? We're his portion.
Right, and when it comes down to you heathens that are being mentioned in the Bible, it's pretty much letting you know where your future is, man. You know what I'm saying? That here you is, you're going to have it on this side, like it says in Psalms 83, the 83rd chapter, about how Esau, Edom, so-called white man, and all the other heathens had teamed up together to put the nation of Israel out, which you all have done. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that the nation of Israel are coming back into remembrance, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you could do about it. You had your time to rule. The Lord is fair. He is righteous. You had your time. Now it's our turn. And it's going to always be like this, because every single time it comes down to your time of being in rulership, all you did was mess things up, man. Yeah. Now righteousness is going to be established in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And there's even videos of heathens, you know what I'm saying, all across the world where they're where they're saying that it's better for the nation of Israel to rule, man. Letting us know who we actually are, man. You know what I'm saying? You get the Obadiah one.
Yeah, I got it. Obadiah chapter, the first chapter, the only chapter. Yeah. Verse 15 and 16. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I saw a video online of the so-called church where it was like a homeless guy sitting in there, and he tried sitting in the front, and then everybody else was scoffing him like, look at this guy, look how he's dressed, this bum, and they wanted him out of the church or all the way in the back. And then so the guy that was inside, he was in under the whole thing. He's like, yeah, we got a new so-called pastor or whatever, and he called that guy up, the homeless dude. He came up, and the guy just started talking about the scriptures and who he was, and people were shocked and felt like crap. You know what I mean? Because here it is, this so-called preacher, dressed as a homeless guy, they were treating like shit. You know what I'm saying? And I bring that up because I just want to compare it to you heathens, man. The Most High is fair. He lets you guys rule for a certain amount of time, and every time you guys ruled, you guys jacked up the children of Israel. All right? You guys didn't consider the latter end. All right? And now especially Esau, Edom, the worst to rule over us, the basis of all men to rule over us. Look what he's done to the earth. Look what he's done to our people, man. Our people are destroyed, man. Like the scriptures have said they would be destroyed, man. And that's Esau, Edom, man. Our people don't know who they are today. All right? They love their oppressor, man, instead of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. So, basically everything you heathen did to us, we're going to do it to you in double, man. You're going to get it. This is verse 16 back in Obadiah, Slakia. Obadiah, verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Alright, so when it comes down to you heathens and stuff, for the fact that you had took on the word of the Lord and try to claim that that you especially for Esau, Edom, claim that you the real Jews and stuff, everything that you have done there, guess what? You're gonna take that, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be recompensed double, like it says in Revelations 18:6, man. You know, and there ain't nothing you could do about it, man. You know, because like the brother said, you did not pay attention to the later on end, man. You know, you thought you was gonna continue to rule. You know, now you dug a ditch and you're gonna fall into it, man. You know,
kind of, because their inward thought is what, that their houses are continued from generation to generation, man. They think they're gonna continue this cycle over and over. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew a rich Edomite, you know, and she even knew it. She's like, you fall back in your same lot. You know what I'm saying? So they know. They think they're gonna live this luxury lifestyle, and then the next time they come back on Earth, you know, reincarnation, they're gonna do it all over again, stay in rulership, man. But hell no, man. Job 14:5 says that the Esau Edom's not gonna pass his bounds, man. All right, the Lord has given you a time frame, a period where you rule. You know, Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Ye are the wicked, man. Esau, Edom. All right, and your time is almost up, man. Man, I can't wait. Lord willing, we make it, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end. But this is it, guys. This time we win, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna come get us. So beautiful, man. So beautiful. You got something? I got another one. This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 16 and 17. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and casteth my word behind thee? Alright, because they know this is the word of the Most High, of the living power. Alright? But they could care less, man. They're trying to find the depths of the ocean. Alright? You know, they're trying to, you know, what does it say if you guys could measure so and so, that, you know, I'll cast away my people Israel? They're trying to do the impossible, Esau Edom, man. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get rid of Israel overall, man. They try to basically, what's the word?
They pretty much doing the best that they can. You know what I'm saying? Just so the nation of Israel will no longer be in existence.
Yeah, they're trying to eradicate us, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep us sinning and keep us going off, so that Yahweh will never come for us, you know? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or Yahweh Shai. Alright?
Right, because on the back of the dollar bill it says, in God we trust. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the society, for the fact that they rule, like it says in Joel 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? He's ruling right now, and it's for the nation of Israel's punishment. But in his rulership, he tried to declare that he's righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? He tried to declare the law, statutes, commandments. You know what I'm saying? But he's not doing the law, statutes, commandments. He's doing everything that's contrary to the scriptures, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for it says, for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai has spoken it. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Like it says in Jeremiah 5:14, that the words that I put in your mouth shall be fire, and these people wood, man. You know what I'm saying? These Edomites, they getting riled up, they getting mad. You know what I'm saying? That the truth is coming out. That's why they want to put all these different labels upon the prophets, man. Try to call us terrorists, rapists. You know what I'm saying? Extremists. You know, different things with bad natures behind them. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to stop this truth. You know, and he ain't gonna be able to do it. You know, and then that is twofold, because we hoping to be part of the 144,000, which is the government body of the elect. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna have spiritual powers, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is, like it says in Ezekiel 25 and 14. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is gonna use the nation of Israel, his government body. You know what I'm saying? To destroy this place, man. You know. This is verse 19. It says, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead, and the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, which are the Africans. It says, even unto Zarephath, it says, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south, man. And the scripture also says that pretty much every place that we had set foot, we gonna own, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we finna own everything, man. You know, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So for all the ones that had us in captivity, according to, you can grab Malachi, First Malachi, First Maccabees 1, 2 and 10. Yeah. I'm excited, so I'm very excited. I can't even speak straight.
There's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 10. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom, and gotten of her spoils?
So all these other nations, they had a time to rule, and we was underneath tribute unto them. You know what I'm saying? They ruled with rigor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, guess what? Now it's your turn to be oppressed. Now it's your turn to be underneath tribute, man. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. It says, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And our patience is to endure to the end, so we can acquire these things. So we can have the heathens underneath subjection, man. So we can have a kingdom paved with gold and precious rubies and jewels, man. You know what I'm saying? Precious stones of high value, man. You know what I'm saying? To have peace upon the earth, and us to be the rulers over the nation of Israel and rulers over the world, man. With Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and with King David, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? This is Psalms chapter 2.
2 and 8?
Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. You know what I'm saying? The uttermost parts, meaning everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when America gets blown to smithereens and the elect get saved out of that destruction and stuff, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be a memorial of the wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be in everywhere else everywhere else, we're going to have that for our possession, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie Outlaw King, all that precious land, that beautiful land, you know, how the water was and how the grass was and the different trails. That's how it's going to be with gigantic castles made out of gold, man. You know what I'm saying? With Esau Edom, so-called white man, bloodied up with yokes, you know what I'm saying? Bells on his neck just in case he want to try to run, you know what I'm saying? With all the curses, like it says in Deuteronomy 30 and 7, that all these curses shall come upon thee, man. Come upon the heathen, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? And that's exactly what's going to happen. You know? We're going to judge you heathens, because you all are not going to have the second covenant. You all are not going to have perfection, man. You know what I'm saying? So for the fact that you still get flawedness in your body, guess what? You're going to go off, and we're going to correct you and put evil so it won't spread, man. You know? Put evil out so it won't spread. This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 9. It says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And that shows the fluctuation of power, man. You know, because right now we at the bottom, we underneath y'all. But when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua comes and establish the kingdom upon the earth, hey, guess what? We're going to be the ones above. The Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, and Puerto Ricans, and Confucian faces, which will no longer be Confucian faces, but will look like Israelites, because they're going to be healed from the shame that they live looking like a heathen. They're going to look like Israelites, and they're going to rule with a rod of iron, man. You know, and the 1/3, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? Mm-hmm. You got something?
Yeah, because we're talking about possessing our enemies, right? This is in Genesis chapter 22. I'll start at 15 so you get the breakdown. And the angel of Yahweh called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, by myself have I sworn, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, For because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies, man. Right? Wherever they live, right, their gates, we own all that, man. We own the whole earth, man. It was given to us from our Father. Verse 18, and in thy seed shall all nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Let me jump to the precept. This is Genesis 24, verse... Oh, no, Sakya. No, yeah. This is Genesis 24, verse 60. And they blessed Rebekah. Why? Because it went from Abraham, Isaac, and then down to Jacob, because Rebekah had twins. You know, Esau and Jacob, right? So they're telling you right here, Genesis 24 and 60, and they blessed Rebekah, and said unto her, thou art our sister, be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them, man. And you know what? All the other heathens, man, the other 17 families, they hate Israelites, man. All right, they've oppressed us. You know, like the brother brought out, 1 Maccabees 2 and 10, what nation has not had a part of us? All right, we built up all these kingdoms, man. All right, and it's evident, man. All right, because the scriptures don't lie. It tells you how our conditions would be as a sign and a wonder, man. All right, well, other people had a yoke of iron around their neck, being hung on trees. All right, being oppressed, not knowing who they really are, joined to idols, man. It's just the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians that don't know who you are, and you confusional faces that go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. At the end of all this thing, man, when we're in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to own it all, man. Even the heathen and their own lands, because the Lord's going to have mercy on them. He's going to allow them to go back to their lands. But guess what? We're going to own it, all right? They're going to be under tribute under us. They're going to be paying tribute under us, you know, forever, continually, all right, from generation to generation, and it's never going to end. It's going to be a beautiful time for us, man.
This is Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 26. It says, thus saith Yahweh power, remove the diadem, and diadem is pretty much like a crown. It says, and take off the crown, this shall not be the same, exalt him that is low, and abase him that is high. You know what I'm saying? So who's the one in rulership right now? Who got the whole world in the palm of their hands? The Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, you know what I'm saying? The Oppenheimers, these rich Jewish families. You know what I'm saying? That own all these banks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, guess what? You're going down, you know, and we're rising up, you know, because this is the prophecy that you dread would never happen, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's happening, man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It says, verse 27, it says, I will overturn it, and it shall be no more until he come whose right it is, and I will give it him. And whose right it is, Yahweh Shai. He's going to be the one that's ruling, you know, when it comes down to the kingdom, you know, with the 12 disciples, the 12 apostles, you know what I'm saying? And then the rest of the 144,000 and the 1/3, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rule, man. You know what I'm saying? All of Israel is going to rule over you heathens, man. You know, and this is the changing of the kingdoms, man. Yours is going down, ours is rising up, you know.
And staying up.
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 60. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, the multitudes of camels shall cover thee, and the dromedaries, which are female camels, of Median and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall shew forth the praises of the Lord. All the flocks of Kedar, which are Ishmaelites, it says, shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory, which is the nation of Israel. It says, who are these that fly as a cloud, and as the doves to their windows? Surely the Isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy God, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. So when it comes down to you heathens, you're going to bring your precious jewels. You know what I'm saying? You're going to bring your daughters. You You know what I'm saying? Just like in the movie Overlord King, he had a brand new wife. You know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't in his providence. She was somewhere else, and she got brought to him. And that's what you heathens gonna do, because we are gonna have concubines, which are concubines are second wives. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much a side chick. You know what I'm saying? Well, we just gonna pop and keep it moving, man. You know. And it says, verse 10. It says, "And the sons of strangers, which is you heathens, shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee." So when it comes down to for the fact that the Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, and the Puerto Ricans, and the Israelites, for the fact that they had to build up America, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna build up our kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not finna do no rigorous work. You all are gonna do that. Like it showed in the movie, The Prince of Egypt, talking about Moses. You know what I'm saying? Which it was a cartoon. The thing is that you had the nation of Israel picking up gigantic bricks. You know what I'm saying? Doing harsh, laborious work. You all are gonna do harsh, laborious work. You know what I'm saying? Because not only are you going to just pick up regular bricks, you're going to be picking up bricks of gold. Gold is heavy as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Silver, precious metals in large quantities, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it says, "For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee," and that's the nation of Israel. It says, "Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night."
That was what I was looking for. It was beautiful. Go ahead.
It says that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, which are the heathens. And it says, "and that their kings may be brought." You know what I'm saying? So our gates are going to be open. You know what I'm saying? For them to bring in offerings every single day. You know what I'm saying? You know, no rest upon this, man. They're gonna always bring something in. And it says, verse 12, it says, "For the nation and kingdom that would not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted." You know, because the scriptures talk about how if they don't give the offering, you know what I'm saying, or they hold back the offering and stuff, you know what I'm saying, hey, guess what's going to happen? We'll have the power, you know what I'm saying, to stop rain from watering your crops. So that means a famine, you know what I'm saying? That means you're going to starve, you know. But until you give the right offering, then guess what? We'll make sure that you have some food, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna have this power to be able to do these things. It says, verse 13. It says, "The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious." Just like how you had King Solomon, how he was building the house of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He had Haman. You know what I'm saying? Not Haman. Hyman, the Hamite. You know what I'm saying? Which was an African, and he sent them over to Americas, where the world, where nobody dwelt at that time. You know what I'm saying? To bring precious woods, just so he could build up the house of the God, man. You know. No, that was before we had went over there.
Okay. Slocky.
Because remember, you know, you had Jeroboam, and you had Rehoboam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was after. You know. This is It says back in verse 13. It says, "The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee." So that means that they're going to bow. You're going to face down, ass up. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be praying to us, man. You know what I'm saying? It says they're going to show reverence. This is and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be praised, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen the movie, the show called Bleach, it's an anime. You know what I'm saying? And every time somebody with strong spiritual pressure, it causes anybody who's weaker than them to fall before they fall on their knees and their hands, man. That's how. I'm not saying that's necessarily how it's gonna be, but just to show a picture of how these heathens gonna be, man. You know what I'm saying? We come around, they gonna bow down, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? It says, verse 15, it says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellence, a joy of many generations, because we're going to have the second covenant, man, where we're going to be perfect. Our laws is going to be written in us. We're going to have that fleshy heart and not the stony heart, man. We'll never go off. And we'll get brand new bodies where the bodies won't be subject unto vanity, man. You know? It says, thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings, and thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that we're gonna have, we're gonna be able to possess all your substances, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, your children will be ours. You will be ours. You know what I'm saying? The crops that you grow will be ours, man. Mm-hmm. Any building that you, any building or whatever provinces that you live, that will be ours. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be your landlords, man. You know? Verse 17, it says, for brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thy exactors righteous. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. Meaning that we're gonna be safe, man. We ain't gonna have to worry about no problems. We don't have to worry about anything, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you all won't rise up against us. You know what I'm saying? You know, you all are gonna know your place, that you at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? That you're the basis of men. You Esau, Edom, you Edomites. You know what I'm saying? You Caucasians. You know what I'm saying? And all you other heathens, man. You're not gonna rise up against us, man. You're gonna know who's really at the top, man. You know? Hey, we starting from the bottom, and pretty soon we gonna be there, man. If the Lord willing, man. Good. And you know, pretty much we hope this video was edifying. And we'd like to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom and a bar.
A bar.